I didn't know that. How is it a lucky number?
13 is the age when, that's why boys get bar mitzvahed at the age of 13, by the way. It's the age when the soul gets completely, like, sort of solidified in your bodies. When you come into your own.
Is this one of those Kabbalah things?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is.
So you've been doing some spiritual searching?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a party, like a Kabbalah party in New York? I saw that there was like an invitation of some sort, didn't you?
In New York? No. I had a cocktail party.
A Kabbalah cocktail party?
Kabbalah.
Kabbalah, sorry.
Yeah. Well, Kabbalah if you're Israeli, I guess.
Now, how did you become involved in this?
A girlfriend of mine was going all the time and to these classes. They're classes. It's the Kabbalah Learning Center. And basically the Kabbalah is the mystical interpretation of the New Testament. And she kept telling me about this really charismatic rabbi named Eitan who told these great stories, and she kept going on and on about it, and you know, and I said, Susan, I'm not even Jewish. Why are you telling me these things? You know, and she's like, you don't have to be Jewish. Just come and take a study, and if you like it, well, you like it. If you don't, leave. So I did, and this is taking some Kabbalah classes.
Really?
It's really great. It's really great.
And what have you gotten out of it?
I've gotten out of it. Listen, I couldn't get into it on in a 2-second sort of glib interview, but I mean, the thing about the Kabbalah is that there's similarities in the Kabbalah. The Kabbalah has similarities with, say, Buddhism. The whole idea of cause and effect, and for every action there's a reaction, and that you absolutely are the master of your destiny, and that you have to take responsibility for the chaos in your life. You can't go around saying, oh, this happened to me, and this happened to me, and I'm a victim, and this happened to me. It's like you pull in what you put out, basically. And if you want to have goodness in your life, then you have to give it. I'm very serious about it. It's true, Paris Hilton did come to the Kabbalah Center once because her parents brought her, and they wanted to help her, and they were desperate. And suddenly, Paris Hilton studies Kabbalah. I mean, in the Catholic Church, you say to the priest, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. And then the priest says, I absolve you of your sins. Say 3 Hail Marys and 4 Our Fathers, and get the fuck out of here. I mean, that's not work.
Adonai Machem.
Rosh Hashanah is the time where you can reflect back on the whole year and try to find every area where you short-circuited or caused chaos in someone's life. You have to go through the year and be perfectly honest with yourself and say, okay, where did I fuck up? And to me, that's like the real version of confession. What the Kabbalah teaches is essentially what Jesus teaches, which is to love your neighbor as yourself. But I keep forgetting it every time somebody pisses me off. So far, Kabbalah is the only thing that has worked for me.
Madonna, superstar and style icon for over 20 years. The diva who launched 1,000 trends. She's the queen of reinvention. Always transforming, always fascinating. Madonna says Evita marked the beginning of changes in her life.
I think I lived a very self-centered life up until the time I made Evita, and I knew when I was making that film, and I think that's why I felt so, that's why it was a special time in my life. I knew my life was going to change completely after that film.
Kabbalah is Madonna's inspiration these days.
The idea of having certainty and seeing the blessings and everything that comes your way is not necessarily a new or original thought, but it was part of a whole sort of wave of inspiration that I got when I started studying.
Kabbalah has made Madonna a more caring and sharing person, but she's still pushing buttons and still having fun.
And you know, that doesn't mean that I don't want to be mischievous or provocative. It just means that I'm thinking things through, and I'm thinking before I speak and before I act. But in fact, I think that the beliefs of the Kabbalah are actually quite punk rock, quite controversial.
As best-selling author, Madonna's children's books are filled with positive messages.
When I decided to write the children's book, I wanted to take a number of lessons that I had learned and turn them into stories for children.
Writing the books is a family affair. Daughter Lourdes keeps Mama Madonna on track.
All the names of the girls in the book are the names of her girlfriends. She helped me choose the outfits for the clothes that the girls wore, and I did read the book a lot to her to get her opinions.
The books are great for kids and adults too. More proof that Madonna is giving back. Proceeds benefit Spirituality for Kids, an organization that teaches self-esteem and unconditional love to at-risk children. And speaking of kids, let's not forget that Lourdes is half Latina.
She speaks Spanish with her father. Her favorite thing to eat is black beans and rice. That's her favorite dish.
What's next for everyone's favorite chameleon? Whatever it is, it will be like Madonna. Different and daring, fabulous and fascinating. For Fusion, I'm Alex Aguiar.
Something about to blow up around Madonna, which brings us to the latest controversy. Her new documentary, I'm Going to Tell You a Secret. Clearly, her belief in Kabbalah, the study of Jewish mysticism, has deeply affected her. Is the young woman who once so publicly rejected the Catholic faith of her childhood now Jewish?
You attend Jewish services now.
Well, that's what some people think. I don't attend Jewish services.
Straighten us out.
Well, I hear the Torah, but I'm not Jewish, and nor have I converted to Judaism. I think I'm connecting to something that predates religion.
How does Kabbalah affect your writing now? Is it influencing what you're writing?
Well, I think it influences everything in my life, every decision I make. So, yeah, I mean, that's a question that deserves an hour to answer. But it affects everything. Like I said before to the woman that just interviewed me, the idea of being responsible for what I say and what I do is, something I don't think I ever thought about before. So.